Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new Let's Play series in Hearts 4 Kaiserreich. Today we are going to be playing as the Soviet Union. Well, eventually the Soviet Union. We first gotta actually get there. So we are starting as the Russian Republic. I will admit, just a few moments ago, I tried to form the Soviet Union. And I've already assigned you guys armies. I completely screwed it up. And by that I mean, I accidentally had the government coup, which is not what I was trying to do. So, put you guys on the border with a lash order. I'm just going to be kind of speeding through some of the early game stuff, because I have played Russia before. If you want to go see some of that, you can go watch my old series. You want to go see as the Russian Empire. I will give a brief rundown on what all of the event pop-ups are going to be, because I literally just read them out. But you will not see that. So, I apologize for that. Get all you guys into... I'm still missing 2 troops, I know that. Oh, you guys. You guys get assigned to here then. That should be everybody. Our industry is basically awful. We can get 2 convoys here. I'm just going to try not to, completely screw everything up a second time around. Line up some generals. All of our armies. Okay. You guys will go down to Vladivostok. You guys will advance your way into the Lash Orda. You guys are going to try to push your way to the Donkuban Union. And you guys will try to push your way into Finland. So, we do not start off with any focuses we can actually do. Do not start atomic research. Probably a little bit early for that. So go to speed 5 here. So basically, screw it, I'll just read it over again. After the October Revolution, anti-Bolshevik forces started to consolidate across the former Russian Empire, leading to a mass rebellion against the Soviet Republic in Siberia, and the dawn of Kuban steppes during the middle of 1918. The White Movement had made considerable gains, but could not defeat the well-placed Red Army, still dominating the Russian industrial heartland and transportation networks. The war changed when the German Empire, fearing a successful of a dangerous ideology, intervened on behalf of the Whites in exchange for recognition of the Treaty of Brest-Litov. By January of 1920, both Moscow and Petrograd had fallen to the White forces, and a new Russian Republic was established in the former imperial capital. I know I didn't read it all. Aside in 1918, roughly after a year after the fall of Nicholas II, the Russian Constitution defines the country's political institutions. The legislative branch consists of a State Duma, elected every 5 years, and a Senate, Kerensky's dead, consisting of senior nobles, statesmen, and scholars. So with the death of Kerensky, things in Russia are going to get heated, to say the least. We do have observer rights on the Legislative Council, which is nice. So Kerensky's been shot. We are going to put in the left SR and the Mensheviks, but this time, what I did before was I put in, basically the Russian economy is terrible. Kerensky's doing a new economic policy, but that's fine. Should strengthen the economy. I can tell you with certainty, it does not. Also, we probably want to get some rubber from Germany East Asia. We're not going to be friends with Germany East Asia for long, obviously. And the Lash Order has declared their independence. 2% stability hit. But it could be worse. Everything could be worse. So last time what I did, I put in the NSP, which is a negative 10% stability hit, and they couped me after a few days. So what I'm going to do is I am going to stay with the Mensheviks, because that's less of a stability drop. And I'm hoping, because, you know, they're social democrats, but yet they are still able to actually form the Soviet Union when the time comes. But this is basically, this campaign is going to stick. If I lose again, then, you know, so be it. As of the Kerensky assassination, the country's still in chaos, so he's going to do a speech and attempt to restore popular faith in the parliament, stressing the importance of maintaining both order and civil liberties in the Russian Republic. 4% stability, so we've already, you know, gained back the losses we took. from electing the guy in the first place. Sturm has died, passed away due to a heart attack upon hearing news of the death of Kerensky. Born in 1848, Sturmer is one of the few people in Russia who remember the Crimean War. He was a symbol of Russia's tradition and continuity. Salute to him. But I'm just hoping that we do not get couped a second time, unless that's going to happen no matter what, and I just didn't play for long enough. I'm not too sure. But I think I screwed it up, to be completely honest with you. We just want the Republic to survive, and we just want to do the second revolution, and that's it. At that point, we should be good. So military staff is divided. We're worried about the Soviets. And there's nothing we can do here. There's nothing we can do here. Okay, payment of the Brest Litov reparations. So during the Berlin Conference of November 1935, the Germans forced us to repay the remaining part of the World Trade War indemnities, which agreed upon the Treaty of Brest Litov in 1918. So when I played as, or when I just recorded, going with the NSP and the Radical Socialist, I believe the only thing I was allowed to do was tax the rich, which led for a massive coup. So this time, I'm going to save, because I don't want to screw everything up for myself. We will increase austerity measures. Instead of taxing... No, or were the austerity measures before? Either way, we're going to do some austerity measures. And hopefully everything's okay, and the government and the military doesn't coup us. That is really what I'm trying to avoid, is getting couped. War in Afghanistan, gridlock in France. None of those are actually important for anything for us. Actually, no, France is slightly important. I mean, can they do anything to help us out? I think the British can, right? No, they cannot either. Apparently, they do not care about us in the slightest. I thought one of them had something to do with Russia, but they might have changed it now that the Russian thing has been reworked and there's no longer going to be a civil war. Workers organized against Russia have reached agreement, called for a general strike. Even though the response to their initiative has been rather limited so far, it's very possible that more and more workers will join the strike should the situation continue to deteriorate. We got a national strike going on, or general strike I should say. We have now we can actually now do the Akrana. I am not going to do it, because I think if we actually reintroduce it, that might cause us not to... We might screw it up if we actually do the secret police. That is my guess. I might be wrong on that. Well, you know, we will see. Basically, we just gotta wait for the country to stabilize. I have no idea how long that actually takes. I mean, it's only February. Not even 2 months into not even 2 months into this. So we will see. China is having some problems. And nobody is surprised by that. Black Monday, of course, has hit the country. And I'm sure we're taking massive penalties, aren't we? Negative 55% on our factory output. Lovely. Ian Pavlov has died. 1% stability. Surprisingly, we actually still have decent construction speed. So actually, what's Black Monday doing then? Factory output, factory output. Factory. Okay, so our factories produce basically nothing, but we still have decent construction speed. Which is more than you would expect. Because almost every other country that gets affected by Black Monday has horrible construction speed. We're definitely going to focus on some military factories. Because right now we're 13,245. Definitely off-balanced. And as long as this guy remains in power for as ever long as it actually takes for us to do the second revolution, then we should be good. I just don't know what. Again, I don't know when that actually happens. We're at negative 24% stability. So I'm hoping we do not get cooed. Group popularity by 5%. Political power cost goes up. What if we just legislate some freedoms? Yeah, you know, we have... Yeah, let's get some stability up. Even if it's not going to be a ton, we need as much stability as we possibly can get. So it's going to go up by 0.05. Weak stability is going up by 0.7. Could be worse, I will admit. International Congress. That is fine. Our war support's also terrible. But I mean, we're not going to be going to war anytime soon, I believe. So I'm not like too worried about it. We'll go for a research speed upgrade. And we're probably going to go for mass assault, right? I mean, we're Russia. We have to go mass assault. Anything else would be foolish. Electronic warfare, frontline commissars. Military exercises have been and what else is actually in here? We empower the Duma. I mean, it's fine. It's all fine. Negotiate with the strikers. In an attempt to negotiate with the striking workers, all political forces in the country closely watching the meeting. Well, we'll save again, because again, I don't want to screw this up. I will go back and reload the stuff I have to. Yeah, reach a thorough agreement. 15% stability. We will fulfill their demands. I mean, things are still, like, not great. We're at negative 58%, factory output. I'm sure our I mean, the workers have returned to excellent. No more is there a general strike. Only 2 of our 46 civilian factories are actually doing anything for us. But, you know, what can you do? How long does, the 4th of April? And you last until September. So we still have, like, months of kind of more or less garbage to have to deal with. But, you know, it could be worse. Also, why do these factories start off building at the start of the game? Most countries do not actually have factories that are already in mid-production at the beginning. That's a little bit strange. Shrink these guys down, because Alash Orda, they have 7 and 10 divisions. I have 24 on their border, so we should more or less crush them under our heel. And what can you guys do? So we got some workers' demonstrations. We just fulfilled your demands. What are you up? Stop it. What do you guys have to do? Russia has to be at war with the Soviets, or Russia has to be at war with the Germans. Okay. I'm assuming it's basically the same thing here. But, like, I don't think the Civil War can happen anymore, right? So I'm not too sure. We're making 2.7 rifles a day. We're using, like, how many factories are we using? We're using 5 factories for that? Like, that's actually horrible. It's so bad. And what's production? What's growth at? 0.06 a day. Yeah, not great. Things could be better for the Russian industry. Germany. Gonna liquidate some unprofitable estates. You're doing some stuff in India. You're already preparing for liberation? Okay. You can't return to the continent until there's actually a war going on. And you guys are doing war. So the bill has failed. How many people are going to get involved in the American Civil War? I don't know yet. Wait, no, Jack Reed's in charge. Nope, that is Herbert Hoover. Never mind. It's May. There's been no election. What am I talking about? But still. I mean, of course we want the CSA to win the war when it actually breaks out. How many planes do I have? I have 61 ships, 185 planes. Where are my boats? We got 10 boats here. Yeah, no, we don't want them here. Put them to Petrograd. I don't know how long that'll take. And we have decent oil production, right? Yeah, we have 14 oil in our country just as a base. So not too bad, I would say. The 1st Women's Division of Death. Maria, Colonel of the Russian Army here of the Wild Creek and Russian Civil War has recently requested government to allow the formation of the 1st Women Division by combining existing women battalions of death, which will later serve. Okay, yeah, I mean, sure, why not? I mean, they're called the Division of Death. I would have fight them. Oh, we got 2 free troops as well. Oh, they're actually extremely good. Are they unique or are they just No, they're just basic infantry. Okay. Why 9 the combat with? Or 19, I should say. I don't know. Send them up to Finland. We can use them there. Poland has fallen to syndicalism. Interesting. Okay. Will Germany attack them? Possibly. Ukrainian alliance. And we'll see if they, I mean, I can join up with the Internationale, but I can't imagine they would want to do that. Because they just get completely destroyed by the Germans. There's no way they wouldn't. Okay, so do you want to go for Metrograd? Let's go for Moscow, I think. Just because that's way further away from where any front line would be. I'm hoping that the war, if the war makes its way to Moscow, I have screwed up terribly. So if we can just avoid that happening at all, agitation in the countryside. We're going to save the game again. I'm saving over after every single event, okay? I'm just going to straight up. The situation in the countryside growing increasingly unstable. The peasants are becoming easier to influence, with various agitators taking advantage of the unrest. Open revolts against the regime. What's this open, like... Last time, I will be honest, we killed him. I'll just let him agitate, because maybe it actually won't do anything. Maxim Gorky has died. 68 is really not an old age, but okay. I mean, it's decent. But, like, what, like 3 years past retirement? That's not that old. I mean, it is 1936. In Russia, that's having probably the worst austerity it could possibly have. A lot of coups going on. Shit's going crazy right now in the Kaiserreich land. I mean, I'm hoping I haven't screwed anything up quite yet. But how long will it take for the Republic to survive? Cancel requirements are not met. I mean, it's July. This is much further than I made it the first time I tried to do this, so you can rally public support as well. Yeah, there's no way I'm changing any of this stuff, so might as well rally public support. I'm really not too sure what else I could possibly be sending my political power on. I mean, I could save it. That's true. Get to 10 to 16 divisions. So Finland has gone national populist. What's everybody else in here doing? Sweden is... They haven't really done anything quite yet. We actually don't know what their focus is at all. I don't believe they're going to switch towards the International, though. That is the Orthodox Church. Definitely going to be a secular state. Definitely don't want to have a role in the government. We're a secular state. Negative 19% stability. Still pretty bad. But it could be a whole hell of a lot worse. Even though technological advancements result in a slow but steady improvement in working conditions, and workers remain very vulnerable to social agitation. I mean, that's good. I want them to do this. Like, Keely over here. I'd probably say, like, what is that? A rock lead? Anyways. You're going to be the guy who's going to form the Soviet Union. So you better be... Yeah, they're voting on a motion. I don't have a vote, so I don't care at all. But, do we even know what they're voting on? Famine relief. Okay. Don't really care about what's happening over there. Siam has declared war on the Kingdom of Siam. Who's going to win here? 25 to 38 divisions versus 24 to 42. I don't know. It could be anybody here. I mean, having more potential allies does seem good for us. And also, you pulled all your troops off the border. I'm not too sure why. Maybe you're planning on invading Turkestan. I'm not too sure. Yes, we can reform the military. Does that... Okay, we can do some army modernization that does not involve us reintroducing secret police. So I'm going to take a guess and say that shouldn't have any penalties, hopefully. I might be completely wrong on that. Maybe there's going to be some massive penalties. We have no civilian... We have none? $79%? Wow, this is horrible. I mean, I'm giving 10% myself, but literally we don't have a single factory we can use to construct buildings, which is terrible. And we have, remember, we have 48 civilian factories and we cannot use even one. Okay, so the Viet Cong have risen up. I mean, we could theoretically send troops over to these regions, but... Oh, Siam's already won. That was pretty fast. I'm assuming, you know what, they probably just walked straight into Bangkok and won the war, if I had to take a guess. But, I mean, are you going to get some volunteers? Possibly, maybe Siam is going to support you. We will see. I mean, Finland is looking like a juicy, juicy target. But I do think it's going to be a good time to end this first episode. So thanks everybody for watching. My name is Anthem. If you've enjoyed, run a thumbs up. Not enjoyed, throw a thumb down. Want to subscribe, and goodbye.